Spencer Ross with One Step Forward, and I hope you've been well. Groundwork. What does groundwork have to do with leadership? All right, so it's getting ready to make the video, doing laundry. Nuts, I started the laundry, and that's where I do my video. I do it in the garage. Probably not the best place to do a video right now. Probably should have started the laundry, but I need to get the laundry done. What do? I need to prepare for the week, so groundwork. So you need to do certain things to be ready for the next moment. Maybe you don't need to do anything. Maybe you just go down and take a nap. Well, if the bed's not clean or a bed hasn't been made since you did laundry, then you need to do a little bit of work before you get started. I went rock climbing yesterday. It was fun. It was an introductory class, had a good time, but they did a lot of prep before we got started. They talked about safety. We did a sign-in sheet. They made sure who was there, who wasn't there. Okay, what does groundwork apply and how can you apply it to yourself? Every situation's different, but you are doing preparation for the next thing. That might be a year from now, that might be tomorrow, that might be a month from now, who knows, right? So you're focusing on that task to get it done so that you're ready for the next thing. If I am cooking on the barbecue for a meal later this week, am I focused on that task so I can make sure that that task is done to the appropriate conclusion? I put stuff in the oven for this week. I left the house. I forgot to tell my roommate to get it out of the oven. It is very done. It's still good, but it is very cooked. Thankfully, I didn't burn the house down, but I lost my focus for a moment. I forgot what I was doing. So whether we're focusing on it, whether we're not focusing on it, we actually need to do the task, and that requires focus, but also requires preparation. So, keep it simple. Barbecue. Thinking about this week. What do I want to eat this week? Well, all right, there's some options. Cool, I've got a refrigerator. I went grocery shopping yesterday after rock climbing class. I planned out my day. I did some preparation. You've got to do preparation to be successful. So, all right, I can't do my video inside the garage because I'm doing laundry and the washer's going. All right, how else can I do it? Maybe I delay it. Do I want to delay it? No. All right, how can I adjust? Well, I'm pretty much set up to move a little bit. Maybe I just make the extension cord 5 feet longer. Okay, cool. What else do I need to do? Well, I also need to do dinner for the rest of the week. Okay. I can do both at the same time. I can let that cook in the background. Why not? I'm not leaving the house, so I'm not burning anything down. Okay, so I came out, lit the barbecue on. It needs to be scrubbed. Okay, why does it need to be scrubbed? Well, because I don't want residue from the last time I cooked on this new meal. Okay, so then I got the brush out, and then I kept going. I thought about it, but I did a good job preparing myself to have a good result. If I don't prepare myself, am I going to have a good result? Sometimes. I know a friend, he said, when someone says, hey, let's go do a half marathon, he's like, okay, I'm ready. Well, I've been preparing. Are you ready? Yep. And he just goes and runs, and he doesn't care how he feels for the next week. He says, you're going to hurt anyway, so why prepare? All right. Some people are successful doing that. I am not. I don't want to do it that way. I want to be prepared. As prepared as I can be? Yeah. Okay, so my car died. I was not prepared for that. I have been saving, yes, but when I'm stuck on the 405 at 5:50 in the morning, that's not fun. And there's not a lot of you can do to be prepared for that. Okay, so then I had to look for a car. If I didn't have my credit already good, then that was going to affect the loan. How am I going to search for it? Am I going to the library to search for it? Well, that's a possibility. I could do it on my phone or a laptop. I already have a laptop for other things. Why don't I use it for that? There's a lot of things that have consequences in the world. If I don't prepare properly for tomorrow or next week or the following week or the month or 6 months or the year, am I going to be successful? I have a test coming up that is going to test my fitness. I could just show up and wing it. Am I going to be as successful as I could be? Probably not. If I take an academic test, am I studying for it? Or am I winging it? If I'm preparing for the week, I talk about lunches a lot. I've posted that. Okay. But whether you're rock climbing, cooking food, or making lunch, or doing laundry, are you doing the preparatory steps you need to do to be successful in that task? You can think, you can dream all you want, but if you're not applying for that job, studying the requirements and getting those requirements taken care of, are you going to get the job? Well, there's bribes. There's okay, yes, that does happen. Is that how you want to live your life? Paying someone money to get a job? It's not how I want to live my life. Yes, people do it and are successful. You have to measure yourself. The world out around you will measure yourself, will measure you. They will judge you, yes. And there's a lot of people who say, don't worry about the criticism. Well, sometimes the criticism is valid. If I burn dinner, like I kind of did on my other thing, there's going to be a critique from me and my roommate who has to eat it. I like things a little bit more done when it comes to some things. He does not. So I adjust. But if I'm not having that conversation after he eats a meal, or if I'm not watching how he eats the meal, not to be annoying or weird, just for feedback. Sometimes people have a hard time giving feedback. But what am I doing to prepare myself for the next thing? If I'm only going to cook once and it doesn't matter, okay, in Boy Scouts, I cooked once a year. It was hard to improve. It was hard to get that practice, to build that skill. All right. What are you doing? How are you measuring yourself? If you're a company of yourself, right? I'm here. My family is me. I have other family, other places, but right now I'm just cooking for myself and my roommate. Got my apron on, right? I'm comfortable how I am. Leadership happens everywhere. What are you doing to prepare? What are you doing to prepare the ground? Whether it's getting a loan, farming, cooking dinner, asking someone out, applying for a job. What are you doing? I know what I'm doing. I'm taking criticism, harsh or soft criticism. I'm taking that feedback. I'm trying to apply it to my life and improve the outcome the next time. I'm going to make mistakes. Am I adjusting how I prepare for that next task? Spencer Ross is one step forward. And you, as you go through this week, and as you prepare yourself, as you do that groundwork, put some thought into it, get some mentorship, focus on the task. You got this. Have a great week.